online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans, producing after-shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to another amazing AfterBuzz TV after show for your favorite show, Hemlock Grove. We're on season 3, episode 1.
The final chapter.
The final chapter. It's the final
goodness.
chapter, everybody. I'm your host, Shano, and I'm joined here by my lovely and beautiful co-hosts on the other side of the table.
Hello everyone, I'm glad to be back. I am Marisa Serafini.
And I'm super happy to be joining this pretty panel. I'm Marielou Mandl.
And where can we find you guys?
You can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And you can find me on all social media at Marielou Mandl.
And you guys can follow me at Sean Austin O on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to subscribe to us on iTunes, SoundCloud, YouTube. Click that like button for all of our videos. And on the line, we're actually joined by our equally lovely and awesome guest, and that's Tiio Horn, and she's calling from Canada, and she plays Destiny on Hemlock Grove. Hey, Tiio.
Hey.
What's up, Tiio?
Hey, we missed you. Oh my gosh, it's been so long since we've talked to you. We want you to be in the studio sometime this season. Come by the studio again and visit us in person. But thanks for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me. I always love talking to you guys.
And we always love talking to you.
So we're gonna jump right into it. We're gonna start talking about Peter right away. The opening shot of the show is pretty much on this trucker, right? And we have the opening shot?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, in the woods.
So we have this trucker driving through the woods, right? And
creepy dude
with his sex toy doll in the passenger seat with him.
Sometimes you need a
Did
friend.
you expect that?
No,
No.
we did not expect that.
Oh, man.
And
I know, I kind of forgot when I watched it again. I was like, oh yeah, this show is so weird.
Yes.
Fact.
Yes, I love it. And he's even having a conversation with the doll too. He's saying like, oh, the sex, it's not even blowjobs are not even a real thing. Whatever,
Maggie
blah blah
Sue.
blah. Maggie, he calls her Maggie
Even
Sue.
personifies it, which is even more sad.
And he has a conversation with it about Bill Clinton and how it's like, oh, it's not a big deal if you give me a blowjob. It's
Just
okay.
sex.
It's not even sex. It's just like an informal thing. So anyway, he hits something. We find out it's Peter, and he starts changing into the wolf like he awesomely does every time. I feel like every first episode of the season we have to have a cool transformation with Peter. It's great to see that they really dumped a lot into the special effects for this episode. Am I right, Tiio?
Yes. Oh my God, aren't the effects for the transformation the best? I always was really proud of our show for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my
absolutely.
favorite werewolf transformation of all time.
So,
yeah, it's so gross and ugh. But yeah, and looks painful too for him.
yes.
Yeah, the special effects for that. The guys are awesome for this show.
Yeah, absolutely. That was really fast. That was already minute 45 into the show, and we automatically got a transformation.
Yeah, because we want to see it. We want to know what's happening as the audience, and we get to we see it happening, and he quickly eats his skin, his carapace, like he did last time in the previous transformations. But here we see something different. The trucker is freaked out, and a half dozen wolves now come out of the forest and are on the trucker side, keeping him from getting back into the truck. We see Andreas hop in the truck, working with these wolves, obviously, and honks the horn, scaring the trucker and almost snapping him out of a dream, and all the wolves are gone.
Yeah.
What do you
Isn't
guys?
he the cutest?
Yeah,
Little bad boy. My bad boy.
yeah, Luke Camarelli, he's great. That guy.
He was amazing. They're up to no good, though, stealing that truck.
Yes, they are. So what do you guys think is going on? We know that it's caviar that they steal. Jumping ahead a little bit, we find that out.
Yeah.
But what's really going on there? Why steal caviar, or is it really caviar?
I'm pretty sure. It's caviar, right?
Yeah.
We
That's
were supposed to be eating it in the bathtub.
Oh, that.
But I don't
totally
think
makes
we
sense.
did. I think he was just drinking. It just ended up being he was drinking champagne, but I think we were supposed to be eating it.
Oh, okay. I think that would have been a little bit awkward dropping caviar into your bubbles.
It's supposed to be
Yeah,
a
I know,
luxurious
right?
thing.
Exfoliant, right?
Yeah, why not? Why not?
That would have been a really expensive bath.
But that
they
makes
would-
sense why it'd be so expensive now, why it's priced so high.
Yeah. So if they're taking black market caviar and selling it, they're making tons of money. They said they were going to be making 1.2 mil off
Right.
of this.
Yeah.
And they were justifying it because they were saying they were stealing from thieves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do you
So,
guys?
you know,
Who were they
like
stealing
Robin.
from?
Yeah, like Robin
who or
Hood.
what?
Who were they stealing
Like-
from?
Bad
I
guys.
don't know.
Yeah.
Other thieves.
Dun, dun,
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, so we probably find out later in the season. But I feel like it's so interesting because this is like a real big setup for maybe something happening to Andreas, I want to say, because he mentions that later on in the episode that he wants to take more money off the top. He's making it look like they're getting more, right? He says they're going to get
Yeah.
1.7, so that's a 500 million or 500 grand more,
Yeah.
right?
Finder's fee.
Yeah, finder's fee.
Split
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, and then they're gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna get like 200 grand off the top. Don't tell anybody, okay, Peter?"
But they're selling it to the Croatians. Don't mess with them.
Yeah. They sound like they're pretty deadly, right? The way Peter talks about them.
Which is actually interesting because I did some
People you
research
don't
on
want to
this.
mess with.
Yeah, exactly. I did some research and they said that they mentioned the town Pottstown, and that's actually East Pennsylvania, whereas we know the Croatians were more affluent in Pittsburgh, which is West Pennsylvania. I mean, granted, they could have some liberties and some Croatians could move to Pottstown,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I find it interesting how it's in Pottstown, not Pittsburgh. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, okay.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. So we don't get too much about Peter other than him getting the ring, which we see later on with Destiny.
Yeah.
Which we actually we could jump ahead and start talking about that. So Destiny, we get to see her. Is the belly dancing scene the first scene?
Belly dancing. Well, we had
Yeah.
a few scenes before that, but
Oh, she does the snow angel
yeah.
scene.
First Andreas Destiny scene was the engagement scene.
Was okay? That was their first scene together.
Yeah.
But we did see a vision scene with Destiny in the snow. And how was that, Dio? Was Destiny like dreaming the whole time, or was she like really in the snow, like doing a snow angel?
Well, I was really in the snow doing a snow angel, but yeah, Destiny was dreaming.
How cold was it in the snow?
It actually wasn't that bad.
Oh, it
It
must.
wasn't. I mean, they were such a great crew too, and they kept really good care of me to make me warm and everything.
Were you out there for
but-
like half the day filming that scene?
No, it wasn't too long. It didn't take too long. But I think I remember it was like it was a snowy day, but it was like a really sunny day in Hamilton. It's like just a town over from Toronto, and that's where we shoot a bit of it. And because it looks like a steel town, like it really looks like Pennsylvania, you know.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. I had all those hot shots everywhere, you know.
Yes.
You know
That's
those
neat.
hot shot things?
Yeah.
Those are like, amazing. An amazing invention.
That they are. I mean, we've seen Destiny have a lot of visions and whatnot, and a lot of them are true. I can't remember a time when she was actually wrong. And she envisions the Dog Star, so is that, will the audience see more of this, or more of these visions from Destiny? Will we get an answer to that? I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, Dio. Were you gonna say something?
Oh, no. I was just going to say, well, yeah, everything is answered by the end of, when you get to the last episode.
Right.
Okay.
Which this is, of course,
All your
is
questions will be answered.
fun for viewers who are watching us because all of these episodes are available now, yeah?
Yes.
Right now.
Yeah, Netflix show, like, you can just watch them all. So we're in the dark But there's probably people who are watching us who are going to be like, but we already know the answer.
Yeah, we're controlling ourselves, and we're not watching all the episodes right now. I myself have only gone up to like 15 minutes of episode 2.
And you've watched more than I have. I've only seen this episode, so it's taken Herculean strength now to binge this.
Yeah, seasons 1 and 2, you watched everything.
I had to.
Marisa?
I had to.
Yeah, and
I
this
had
one's
no
really,
control.
it's hard for me because it is the last one where I'm like, oh, we're going to actually wrap everything up here.
Yeah, and I was talking to you, and I was like, I can't watch all the episodes now, then it'd be over, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah, we might as well.
I know you have to savor it, right?
Exactly.
It lasts a long time.
We're gonna pull this out as much as we can so that we can just endure the final season. And, it's gonna be so good.
Yeah.
But that's getting back to what you were saying, Marisa, about it being called the Dog Star. I forgot that it was called that. I liked how Peter refers to it later on as a reptoid, a flying reptoid.
Flying. I love that scene at the bar where they're purposely catching up the whole audience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this would quickly happen in 5 lines, you know?
Yeah, I thought that was so
I was
funny.
like, good, I needed that.
It was
Yeah.
a very clever recap scene without being a recap.
Yeah,
Right.
he mentioned something really good. He said, he said the flying reptoid, and he mentioned a psychic telekinetic baby,
And then random lactating.
the random
lactation.
freakish lactation, bloody lactation.
The show.
Where's Miranda? That's the question.
Yeah, everybody's looking for her. That's what's going on. Like the first episode for sure, we have everybody looking for 3 people. They're looking and they're overlapping. All right, so we got Olivia, Peter, Roman, we got Price, all looking for Spivak. They're all looking for Miranda and Nadia,
Yes.
which are all probably in the same place.
Probably. One would hope.
Yes.
One would hope.
Unless they're.
Well, how? Yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well,
Dave.
remember the last episode of last season, right? That was like the big, like when the big scary monster, whatever, collected them after she jumped off.
Yep, flew
So
away.
where did they go? So they're all together, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
And
Who knows?
I do recall Spivak saying something about her being the correct type, like whatever's in her blood. She has like a certain like genetic abnormality that allows her to feed maybe their race, the reptoids, the dog stars, whatever they are, and they probably need her for that. So it's maybe they are going to put her somewhere and harvest her a little bit of time.
Well, we also know Spivak has a degree in immunology, and he was testing or like injecting Miranda with Lord knows what kind of medication. So maybe he was purposely dosing her up throughout season 2, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? Wait. Can we just talk about how cool the scene was with Chasseur and Olivia?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
Let's do
right.
that.
So we had Olivia in. It looked like a hotel. I don't think it was her house, right? So it looked like a hotel.
It was like apartment because
Yeah.
she throughout
No,
the
it's
whole
apartment.
yeah
It was an apartment. Okay.
throughout the whole thing she's ranting like how much she hates that place.
Yeah.
Right? It's
So
a
then-
manifestation of her like negativity, and she's like, "No,
Yeah.
we're gonna get out of this." So I knew
temporary.
like she read The Secret.
Mm-hmm.
You know? She's trying to think positive.
Right.
I'm like, Olivia, come on.
I like it's very humbling for her.
She's empowered now. She needs to get through this. Ever since last season where we had her dying and she was like going into this slump and like loving everybody and forgiving people and trying to forgive herself. Now we have her going like, yeah, I'm gonna take what I want. I'm gonna do what I want, and then I'm gonna say goodbye to everybody. And I liked how they did that. It was like, just her saying bon voyage. It's like the writers and everybody at Hemlock Grove saying bon voyage to us, the audience, which is it's a nice feeling to hear that they're acknowledging that too. But we have Chasseur there. She's not talking to herself. She has Michael Chasseur there in the tub, and she is harvesting this guy, bleeding him out and sucking him dry.
It's like a beer tap. Like
right from his penis area.
Was it? Oh man!
I mean, that was a clear shot
Yes.
to that special area.
That's right. She was. If I was to get more technical to it, I would say the femoral artery, which is the biggest artery in the body.
It could be. It
Right.
could very well be.
Or she's drinking his penis. I'm
She
sure.
was like basking in that. She was drinking it like a glass of wine, you know? She loved it.
I know, and she's so powerful, isn't she?
Oh,
She's
yes.
so like amazing looking. Yeah.
In
She just
control. In control.
Totally owns that. Yeah.
Yeah. What else did you
I
want
love that scene.
What else did you want to say about it, Tiio? Was there anything else that popped into your mind?
No, I just thought it was I just thought it was like a really awesome scene.
Yeah, that was
Like a way to introduce her back in the 3rd season.
Yeah, and she's just doing normal stuff at the beginning, like cleaning the place, tidying up, and then I thought to myself, who's she talking to? There's got to be a victim in there. She can't be talking to herself. She's not that crazy.
It's like she's been listening to too many self-help books, you know? It's like, where did this positive energy come from?
Yeah, I love how
She's watching her Oprah Super Soul Sundays.
I mean, Oprah does it.
They just do that with every scene in this show. Like, they start off normal, and they switch each scene to, like, the weirdest thing you can think of.
Right, and that's what's so really
that's
genius.
It's the same. The first scene, like you were saying, the first scene of the whole season, right?
Yeah.
He's just talking to somebody, and then you look over, and
it's a sex doll.
It's genius, and it's unsettling because it seems innocuous, but then there's always some kind of twist that comes after you, which it like wraps the show up like beautifully, which is why we all love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. I wanted to talk a bit about how Olivia is paying a PI who happens to be also employed by Roman as well.
Sherlock homeboy?
Isaac Ochoa.
Isaac Ochoa, that's the character's name, that's right.
I liked him, even though he's very shady.
Alex.
But
Yeah,
I like
the
him.
actor Alex, he's amazing.
Yeah, he's yummy.
He's so good, and like, yeah, and you watch, and like the rest of the, like he just does so well this season. He's a really great, talented guy.
Yeah, I like how he's
I just wanted to add that.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, yeah. He's very talented. I agree.
voice.
It's great. It's great how he's got this like kind of antagonism towards Roman for like not giving him enough info, and he's always pushing, and you could tell he's pushing for more money, and he is getting a lot of money because he's playing both sides here.
Well, apparently not enough.
Or remember
because
when he like
Olivia,
remember when he calls me out or Destiny out in or like he says he like basically is calling me like a BSer.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right, because you're there doing your
Like,
psychic
don't give me
investigation.
you had the best line though. To throw
Yeah, she
right
has a
back
gift
in.
for divining assholes.
So good.
Oh, that was amazing.
That was
So
awesome.
so you're there, you leave. They have the conversation where we get to find out that he is a PI, in fact, and. Yeah, and he finds out a little bit on Spivak, but he can't. But he's trying to dig up the past, and everything just goes back to his med school in Germany. Was it somewhere?
Like he's German, but also that anything after med school just came to dead ends. So what happened to him?
Or before? Was it before med school?
It was after.
Oh, it was after.
Because he has legit degrees and medical degrees and whatnot, but any record of him afterwards completely died.
Yeah, and then he just ends up in Hemlock Grove treating people suddenly, and then he does away with his whole practice and becomes this reptoid flying around snatching
Dog
people up.
star.
Yeah, so let's talk some more about Destiny and getting proposed to by Andreas. So he comes in while Destiny is doing her awesome micro business thing. She is such a great entrepreneur, isn't she?
She is.
She's a prostitute.
She's a hustler.
She
is.
Yeah.
She's a con artist.
Yeah,
Right?
she's a con artist. She's a psychic, and she teaches belly dancing on the side.
Yeah, man.
Ew.
She knows. She's always taking care of herself, right?
Right.
Yeah, and Peter for that matter. But did you have to take any lessons for belly dancing? What was that process like?
I did actually. I got I think they booked out a few hours for me, and I did like maybe an hour and a half with the teacher, private lesson. It was so much fun. I was super nervous for it too. I was like, I don't want to look like an idiot, you know. Like I want to do it justice. You know what I mean? She's teaching a class, so she better be good. So I think once I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't do too bad. I think that was like one of the things before it was coming out. I was like, oh, I just hope that damn belly dancing scene works out.
Yeah, I think you did great because I've taken belly dancing classes before. I was like, oh yeah, that seems right.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Release the abs like a waterfall, or what was that the line?
That was amazing.
Yeah, that was so much fun, and the girls who were in my class were so awesome too. They pop up again in the further down in the third season, but no, wasn't that so sweet when he comes in and the lady playing the violin and he reads me that like long poem? It was so fun. It was so fun to shoot that. He's so sweet. I had a really good time working with Luke.
Yeah, and I also like later when they're in the bathtub and he's like, "Are you going to be a bridezilla?" And she just completely dupes him.
That was great.
I really liked that scene because it like, he's scared of it, obviously, so he asked about it. But we all know Destiny's not gonna be that bridezilla.
Yeah, she's not high maintenance at
No.
all. No.
Okay.
So
Yeah, no. When she was like messing with him in the bathtub, yeah, that was a fun scene.
Yeah,
So
that poem is actually called, to go back a little bit to that, it's that poem that Andreas read to Destiny was A Moment of Happiness. It's a real poem.
Wow, you do your research, eh?
I do. I know. But yeah, by Mulani Jalaluddin Rumi. I probably butchered that. But yeah, that's an actual real poem.
wow.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's sweet. He's poetic and romantic. Who knew?
I was thinking that he wrote that thing himself, but I think that's cooler that it's an older poem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very nice.
totally. It's like he's learned.
That's true. And girl, I gotta say, your hair and everything was on point tonight. That episode.
Sweet.
Yeah. I was like, oh, look at that.
Yeah, your glam squad, like, give them a high five because the hair was right.
Awesome. Yeah, no, my hair, that was like, oh my God. I would have to come in really early to like curl every one of those. So like my hair is like pretty frizzy, but it's not that curly. You know what I mean? But that was, I like doing that for shows, just like a little something different. And I was like, you know what, she's a witch, right? I wanted to have like bigger hair, like just sort of like little elements, like to go back to the fact that she is a witch. Like I grew my nails. Those are my real nails, by the way. I just want to put that out there.
Nice.
Those are my real nails. And I grew them, and I kept I kept them up and everything. And but yeah, like long nails, big hair, just those little elements. But yeah, thanks for the compliment.
Yeah,
I dug my hair too.
Well, is it all your hair? Or do you have like anything to fill it in, or you really have that much hair?
I think there was one line of extension, just sort of like at the crown of my head.
Yeah, which is great.
To,
I
like,
love doing that.
Yeah.
I would imagine your hair probably got frizzy in the bathtub scene with all the water around. But
oh my God, yeah. I was like, don't get bubbles on me.
So how was filming that bathtub scene? Like, was it super fun? Like being in there with Luke, and how long did it take to film that scene? What did you guys do? Like, how'd you prepare for it? What was happening?
I don't think it was too long. I just remember, like everybody, like I said, the crew was like super amazing, and they kept it like really warm, and I was like, okay, before I get in there, can you guys? It was the same bathtub, right, that I stuck my head in the first, in the second season.
Perfect.
And that when I did that one, I was like, just make sure it's clean. And the guys were like, all right, we scrubbed it to like. I just scrubbed that thing for like an hour for you. I was like, thank you so much. So they kept it clean again for this one. Because, it's like in a big dusty studio. So, but they kept, I just remember, I think it started to get really cold after a while. Because we shoot everything in like December and it was like December to the end of April. So it was like a cold winter too.
Yeah.
So it did start to get a little cold after a while. But no, and Luke's always such a really great scene partner. So, yeah, I didn't really have to do that much. I've had a bath before, so I knew what I was getting into.
And I love how you just are so playful as Destiny in every scene, and especially in that scene, you like we said earlier, you're messing with him about the whole bride thing, and then right at the end, you do the perfect thing, blowing the bubbles off your fingers into the air.
Oh, yeah. You liked my little button for the scene?
Yeah, it was great. So let's go ahead and talk about Roman a little bit, unless you guys had something else to add.
Oh, just maybe one more question about... we always see Destiny either throw up or ingest something nasty. Is there anything you could maybe tease? Will the audience get to see another crazy scene from Destiny doing something?
Yeah, actually.
Oh.
There is.
Yeah, there is. It involves, I'll just say it involves blood.
Okay.
Right.
You know what? I actually want to bring that up when we talk about more stuff at the end, so maybe we could fit it into like a spoiler alert predictions kind of thing, because I saw a little bit of what happened in episode 2.
Sean.
You always watch ahead. I remember you did that last time I was there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
was it you or who was?
That
No,
was
it
me.
Marisa.
That was
Oh,
me.
oops.
So I was...
Oh no, I just sold you down the river. Didn't
You
I?
did.
I'm sorry.
That's okay, but I'm being a good girl right now and watching one episode at a time.
See, I wanted wanted to see more of what Destiny did because I knew we were going to have you on, so I got to talk about the juicy stuff that happens. But let's talk about Roman a little bit. So I thought it was an interesting a shot to like bring him in and we get to see what happened. And it looks like, he's in the nursery, right, that he was in, and that Nadia was in Nadia's bedroom. And then he spells her name with the blocks that were remaining, which was so cool because she used to always do that, like because she was like super smart and psychic and everything, so she would do all that.
Like psychic or whatever.
Yeah. So we can tell like he really misses her.
Yeah, and he's got that father instincts are kicking in. This paternal instincts.
He has a heart.
Yeah,
Dare say he's becoming more human.
He is.
I mean, he's drinking that nutrient. Lord knows what that does to him.
Yeah. Which, do you think that's giving him the same kind of strength that human blood gives him? Probably not, huh? I don't know either. I'm not too sure. But so
what about did you guys want to talk about the mysterious woman with the black hair?
Yes.
Oh, that
yes.
babe.
So he goes to the bar, he has that conversation with Peter, and they catch up everything what happened last season. But then he sees this girl off on the other side of the bar. Beautiful, tall, maybe not too tall, not taller than him for sure, but I want to say tall, dark, and mysterious. And she had such deep, dark eyes, dark hair. And I was like, all right, this is going to be Roman's new girlfriend for this season.
Oh, you think girlfriend? Oh, I was going somewhere completely different. I have a serious prediction about her.
Oh, okay.
But we find out her name's Annie.
Yes. She reveals that right at the end.
Interesting.
And why is that interesting?
And it's the wonderful French actress Camille Despazy. She's amazing.
Yeah,
she's so good in this season, and I'm proud to be able to call her one of my BFFs now.
Oh, that's so sweet. We'll have to get her in studio.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. She's there in LA.
Oh, perfect.
Done.
We need to reach out to her. Marisa?
I'm on it.
All right. So we get to see that he obviously wants this girl, like the second he lays eyes on her. And he tells Peter, don't wait up, man. Cool little bromance they got going on.
Whenever their bromance moments pop up, it just makes me chuckle because it's so like awkward. But, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's endearing, but it's strange.
Yeah.
It is. And actually, people have made that into a drinking game. Whenever they have like weird bromance moments, you should take a shot or take a swig, whatever.
We'll be wasted by the end of the show.
Mikasa is Sukasa and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yep, there it is.
This is great. So he goes off towards her, but by the time he gets there, she like has disappeared, turns around. I kind of thought it was her because it was such a quick flash of her. I was like, oh, she wants to give him a blowjob outside. But it wasn't her, some other random girl.
He moved on too fast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, but that's the way Roman is, right?
Yeah, he's a quick one.
Yeah, the first scene we saw him in season 1 was he goes outside and he has sex with his high school girl. Right?
He puts quick and quickie,
Yeah. So he is outside doing this with the girl, and who's on the other side of the alley but the girl, Annie, we know her name is Annie, and she's watching him. What a voyeur she is.
Yeah, voyeuristic, kind of creepy,
they're
shady.
They're gonna be perfect for each other in whatever relationship they might have.
Interesting. But then we also see later on she's still following him.
Yeah, she's stalking him, and he's stalking her right back because he's trying to find out who she is, and like when he glances back across the alley, she's gone, right?
Yeah.
So but as quick as a vampire, maybe?
Maybe. She already knew Roman though, because when he goes to introduce himself, she already knew his name. So how long has she been following him?
But he is like the Bruce Wayne of this town. That's what I feel. He's like this playboy.
Oh, true. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. So he's like a playboy, millionaire, billionaire, whatever. He's the head, probably CEO of his organization. Yes. And he just, they know him. He's in the local news. Everybody sees him around the town. So I'm sure they know, oh, that's Roman Godfrey, that little spoiled brat. Whatever, right?
True.
Yeah.
So she probably knows him from that, but maybe she's stalking him for another reason?
Yeah.
Perhaps?
I find it very interesting how Roman's becoming more humanistic. Because even the car he's driving is more like Humvee vehicle. I was like, that's very humbling.
What was he driving before?
He was driving that convertible.
Some crazy, red car.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's right. But didn't we have something happen last season where it ended up in the shop? Or was that 2 seasons ago? I can't remember now.
As well.
But anyway, yeah, I did like that car too.
But he's also confessing that now, we've run out of nutrients, not to jump too far ahead. He's out of nutrient, and he knows he has to go back to the old-fashioned killing. He feels bad that he's actually going to be murdering people again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he really is starting to feel...
More humanistic.
Yeah, more like almost comparable to what Olivia was feeling last season, I want to say. Maybe it's because he's all on the nutrients.
Oh, yeah, the empathy?
Yeah, he's getting the empathy, but... and he wants... I thought that was such an interesting conversation with him and the priest in the confessional booth, because he wants... And the priest says it, you're trying to get some preemptive, forgiveness. I can't do that. That's not how this works. You have to prevent yourself from doing a sin and killing people. And he goes outside, and I thought he was going to go after that bum and take a drink. What did you guys think? What was that scene like for you?
Well, I thought when he was actually talking to the priest... I just got feelings. I was like, oh, he's just going to kill this priest.
Yeah.
But when he didn't kill the priest and then he saw the homeless guy outside, I was like, oh, no, he's not going to kill. He's going to have to, he's going to fight until he has no choice but to kill. That's how I feel.
I'm glad he didn't, though. Because maybe it shows that maybe he'll find another way on how to get supplements that he needs,
Yes, but he does have a conversation with Price, who we're going to talk about next, and Price tells him that there's no more nutrient. Why? Because Olivia does this whole crazy thing, showing how manipulative she is, blackmailing Price over all of his shady experiments, which is so funny because this is the second time we have someone blackmailing him. We had his other doctor, I totally forgot her name. I know it was so long.
Oh, that was a long name. But you had it. You had his name.
I had it by the end of last season. It's left my mind now. But we have him flushing all the nutrients because he's afraid that they're going to find his experiments. But these people were not FBI agents. They were Office of Regulatory and Financial Management people from the government.
Yeah, that was a complete false type of raid.
Right?
Yeah, oh my gosh. But Olivia got him good.
She loved it.
Yeah, and that just fueled Price being so disheveled. He shuts down everything. Before that, we see he has an experiment to back it up with having one of those reptoids. It looks like he was growing it. He found an egg.
Or, well, like an embryo that they had to put in the grinder.
And it was so upsetting. And it was like a giant embryo that he held hands with and had a moment with. I had to take a break for a second after that. I was like, this is intense.
And also the thing, it had Shelly eyes type,
I did think also had Shelly eyes.
Is he creating another Shelly? I mean, he already created Priscilla. Lord knows what else he could create.
That thing was so cute in a gross way. But I felt so bad for
gross.
it. Yeah, cute but gross. And it was just it was sentient. You could tell. It was like, what are you doing to me? And they just shredded him up.
And it's a giant embryo.
In the grinder. What do you think it is? Do you know? And you could tease us about it.
I can't. I don't know. I can't tease you guys about that.
Okay, fair enough.
We just have to wait and see.
Yeah, backing it up more, we see Price, he can't even track his meetings at all. And normally he's on top of everything, right? He knows
going on with Price, man.
Yeah,
going on with him.
The last 6 months, I guess. Sleep deprived, and he is probably so just broken up over the loss of Priscilla. Mm-hmm. That was his daughter that he was putting Shelly's mind into, and probably parts of him, and creating this new life form that was going to be his daughter.
Yeah.
Right? So she's dead, and
his new experiment is dead.
His new experiment's gone.
Did you notice once he destroyed all the evidence, the camera angles went completely Dutch and oblique, and it was it shows the audience just how off-putting he is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant.
Yeah.
But he has a really interesting storyline this season.
And you can tell, he's not wearing a blazer.
Yeah.
That's one clue. His hair is not, it's grown out, it's not combed anymore. It's just laying there down, which I actually think is a cool look for him. I
know,
like,
right?
I like
scientist.
laid The disheveled sexy nerd.
Yeah, it's totally cool. And I think, because I was looking at Joel De La Fuente's Instagram, and it looks like he's gotten more fit. Like, there's a shot of him as Price, and his arms are looking a little bit more buff there, I must say, with his vest on and his, like, undone tie and everything. That's how you can tell Johan Price is going down the toilet. His life is going down the toilet.
He looks like a mad scientist, right?
He does.
Exactly. Completely mad scientist.
So, fast forwarding it a little bit, we have him doesn't he have a conversation? He has a conversation with Olivia. I think there was something else I wanted to say. He brings in the Greek food.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With that Greek dude.
The Greek dude comes in and he asks the guy like where he's from or what his name is, and he realizes and I loved how this is how brilliant Price is. He knows the correct term for saying stuff about Greek and describing it. He says Hellenic, which is so fascinating, and he knows how to speak Greek. Oh gosh, what is there a language?
Of course he does.
Yeah, is there a language he doesn't know how to speak? Jeez.
Yeah.
And then he was also speaking Latin, Cathago delende est.
Man, so yeah, he's amazing.
He has the most insane dialogue to remember.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, just those lines. I don't know how Joel
The
De La Fuente
rambling,
does it.
yeah.
So he gets the Greek guy. He ends up putting him under and then he transfers. I think he transfers his consciousness into him. I know we're running out of time here, guys,
Yeah.
so we're gonna wrap up in the next 12 minutes or so. But we have him transfer his consciousness, and then he has a conversation with himself essentially, and himself in the Greek guy's body starts telling him how much of a wuss he is and
that
how
he
much
masturbates too much.
yeah, he masturbates too much
Chronic
because he's putting off his
masturbation.
work and whatever, right?
83 times. I mean, that's a lot.
Oh my gosh.
He's a mad scientist. He's like
In the past 42 days? Is that what it was? God.
Yeah, well, we know 6 weeks have not passed, so thank God they gave us a timeline to go off of.
But I feel like this is setting up stuff for what's coming later on. We're gonna have Price try to put his consciousness into something, or maybe he wants to put his consciousness into something, kill himself, or maybe have two of himself. I don't know, running amok in Hemlock Grove.
Amok.
What about Shelly? You guys can talk about Shelly.
Yes.
Oh yeah. So she is obviously super distraught over her sister Priscilla dying, and that was supposed to be her.
And Norman leaving, quote unquote.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and obviously we
Poor
know.
girl. That girl cannot get a break.
We know that
I
Norman's
know,
dead.
right?
Yeah,
That's
but
a good way of putting it.
And-
Seriously.
and we see the custody battle going on in the court, right, guys?
yeah, custody
yeah.
battle. She's getting drugged up and numbed.
When they exit,
Oh,
they
all
use that, right?
that blood.
And Olivia.
And then when Olivia just gets the drop on her
Her
what's
glove.
called glove,
Yeah.
and then
Cold.
she gets mad. What
Yeah.
an evil!
Yeah, and you know what? She kind of got mad. She's like, "Oh, you animals!" But then she turns to Shelly and is like, "Come along, dear, let's go." It's like, "What? Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're not. You're going. Olivia. You just wanted to lick that stuff.
Yeah.
You want that blood in your
She's
mouth."
like, I'm so hungry. I just want to have a
But
cry.
also, she just got full custody. She legally is a mother. She should act maternal. It's like when someone attacks her child, you'd be, especially in the public, she'd be like, no, get away. She's like, just ignore them.
Yeah.
That was cold.
Yeah, totally cold.
Yeah.
But Shelly.
And part of me with that, I was thinking that maybe she feels Shelly is more like mature, like buck up and handle it. But then when we're back at the house and she gives her like a little girl dress, like it's interesting where she's trying to keep Shelly in a little hole.
She wants to keep her submissive and almost like dress her up like a doll, which is terrible.
And in that white dress. You notice how Olivia's not wearing white anymore? I love it.
No.
She looked gorgeous in that blue.
Yeah, what is she? Yeah, she's wearing blue
She's, like,
and
wearing
dark,
blue,
very
earthy
dark colors.
tones.
Yeah, dark colors.
But when she walked
feel.
out of that courtroom, that was blue jacket.
Yeah.
That was an amazing outfit, wasn't it?
Yes.
When she walks out. Oh my God, yeah.
And I don't know if this was
she's
like an intentional detail or not, but on that jacket, I noticed like on the sides, it has like 2 rows of buttons, but one row didn't have a button on the bottom.
I noticed that too.
And I was like, is this like, intentional, like, because they're broke?
Oh.
So like she's got her nice things, but because I thought it was maybe a mistake, but in a scene later she's wearing it and it still is missing the button. So I was like, that's probably intentional.
That's
Details.
totally. I didn't even notice that because like anyways, I noticed it when I watched it too. I was like, hey, that's weird. I wonder if that was like on purpose, like the style that she was wearing, like the designer did that or something. But yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're broke now.
Yeah, and we have Roman say something in the hallway to Shelly where he mentions, you know that mom's just trying to get you for your trust fund. She wants to use your
wants
money.
your money.
Yeah.
She needs it.
She needs it. So she wants, and she's house, well, we don't actually, I'm jumping a little bit ahead, excuse me. There's something with a house later on.
Rein it in.
But let's wrap it up with, we have creature attacks. Right?
Yes.
So we get to see at some point later in the episode that there is some kind of creature looking at people in the dark, and it sees pheromones off of people. Am I right? So we get that going on, and it doesn't attack certain people, just those ones. And what, like, is this the reptoid? What do you guys think?
I don't know. Do you think this is the same thing that attacked our guy while he's at the fridge?
Yeah, I think it's the same thing that attacked Roman, because I think the dog star flies, so why would it be on the ground?
Yeah, that makes sense too. So then this has got to be a different animal that's running amok in Hemlock Grove.
Amok.
Hello.
Thank you.
Are they remaking that? Or are they like making it with the same actors?
I don't know. I think
I
they're
don't know, but I think you'd be great as one of the witches.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I want to see them that reprise their roles.
Yes,
Oh,
I
that'd
think
be
we
great.
all
Yeah, I think they still would be amazing too.
They would
Slight
do a better
tangent.
job now.
Yeah.
Slight tangent. We digress.
Shows up and hangs out.
Well,
fitting.
we're trying to cram in some more questions for you and predictions as well,
sorry.
Tiio. So let's go ahead and ask you. I wanted to ask you some really great questions. So, what do you think in all the seasons of Hemlock Grove? What was the best thing you learned from working with all the actors and the showrunners and everything? What have you learned from working on Hemlock Grove?
Oh my God. Well, it was actually like one of my first TV shows where I've had like a bigger part. You know, like my part got bigger as it went on. But I did learn, like, I don't know if this is a boring answer or something, but I just like learned how to work, like to be on a TV show for like 5 months. You know what I mean? I learned like all the like the way it runs, hanging out with these people for like that long. Just like the experience was very unique because I've done like a bit of TV here and there, and I did like more like shorts and feature films and stuff like that. So I did, it was kind of like my intro into like being on like a real larger scale like television show with, such like a great part and great people. Like, I think one of my favorite things about the show was the people that I bonded with over it, like we hung out all the time, like every weekend we were always together, like we were a tight-knit group. So I cherish the friendships that I know I'm going to have forever. Is that sappy?
No,
that's wonderful.
So sweet.
That's set life.
What is something, Tiio, that you wish you could have done on the show that you didn't get to do?
This is easy. I hope I don't get, okay, well, I'm not going to give anything away, but like, have like a real face-off with Olivia.
Ooh, that would have been so good.
I missed that I didn't have like a scene like with where we could, like, I'm not giving anything away, but yeah, I just wish I had like a scene with her, like, yeah, because she's just so awesome and powerful, such a great presence. It would have been a lot of fun to play with her. She's really playful this season. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. If we had Destiny's powers and her mixing of potions and all that stuff versus an Oupir who's got superhuman strength and someone who's as devious as Olivia, oh man, it would be such a great fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, do we have any quick news? Do you want to mention some news and gossip perhaps quickly?
Well, more so, Tiio, you said you have upcoming projects and whatnot. What else can we see down the pipeline for you?
Well, I was fortunate enough to get cast in 2 comedies this summer. The first one is called Letterkenny, and it's like about a fictional town in Ontario, Canada, and I'm really excited for that to come out. I have a really awesome, fun character in that. And then the other one is called What Would Sal Do? And that's sort of like a take on like what would Jesus do? And Sal, played by Dylan Taylor, does an awesome job, and I'm really excited to, like, I got to work opposite him a lot. And Scott Thompson is in it as well, one of the kids in the hall. It's a really awesome, fun project. I'm excited for that to come out. I'm not sure when it's going to come out yet, or Letterkenny. I'm not sure the exact dates. But then right now I'm also working on a feature film where I play. So those two are comedies, and then this one is a feature film, like drama, with Brian J. Smith from Sense8.
Okay. More Netflix peeps.
Yeah.
Yes, that sounds fun.
Yeah, so I'm playing his wife, and he's playing this tow truck driver.
That's great. I really love
awesome.
to hear that you're working on all this stuff, because like without Hemlock Grove anymore, I don't know, you're one of my favorites in the show. So I'm glad that you're getting on other stuff too.
Oh, thank you. I always love talking to you guys. Thanks so much for always thinking of me and having me on the show.
Well, yeah, of course. I was like, well, Hemlock Grove's back, so that means we have to have Dio back. Like, I went to you first. I was like, oh, okay, let's hit up her.
And when I'm back there, we're really going to go for, like, a drink or some ramen. I saw your Instagram the other day, Sean.
Yeah, you're super jelly of my ramen.
Yeah, we got some killer ramen in town. So.
Well, we have real sushi here, so there we go. Maybe we can do that.
Yeah, we can do that too. Yes, we'd love to have you, Dio. So just go ahead and drop on by. Hit us up on Instagram or our emails.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's do some predictions.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. I have some good predictions. I don't know if you want to go first.
You go first. I don't know. Like, I feel like you've been like stewing in them.
Usually,
like, yep, that.
Usually, I've already watched all the episodes ahead, you know. So like, I have legit predictions.
Give them to us.
Okay, I have a good few. I think Annie is Roman's sister.
What?
Because she's tall, dark, mysterious, like Olivia.
Yeah.
And we know Olivia went through so many babies to get to Roman to find that baby with the call. Who knows if Annie was somewhere in the middle and she was baby.
Oh, that's going to be so weird.
So that's why you say, like, girlfriend. I was like, no, I think a little bit closer than that.
Oh, man, he's going to fall in love with his sister. That's so gross.
And
I'm thinking about it now.
And Dio might not be happy with this. What if the Croatians kill Andreas?
Yeah.
Oh, Destiny would not be happy with that.
Yeah, because they're setting it up perfectly, because they're trying to get this like little fairy tale ending together, and it could never be.
And I think because we know Olivia's trying to get to the baby first, I think Olivia might kill Nadia. Even though it's a baby, if she gets her hand on that baby, she might kill it. Which wouldn't be good. The thing that attacked Roman, maybe is Christina Mandl. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe she's back. And then I think this might be for a long haul, but I'm saying it now. Maybe either Roman or Shelly will kill Olivia for good.
Oh my gosh. I think you're right. It's got to be one of her kids.
I mean, it's like karma coming back in full.
Yeah, I agree with your Annie being potentially a sister, because I think with Roman and that family's just really twisted that he would get off on like having somebody who's similar.
And she
to
has
him.
a serious accent too.
Yeah, and Barry was very much like Olivia, and then also I think I agree with you. Shelly, I will call Shelly.
Yeah.
Is going to be the one to take her down.
Interesting.
I feel like I actually think that Annie's going to be the girlfriend. So that's my prediction for that. And then I have one more quick one. I feel like Isaac Ochoa is going to get killed in sometime in the next few episodes by either Olivia or Roman.
Yeah.
Which would be...
Whichever one he pisses off first.
Yeah. Like, whoever finds out that he's not doing a great job.
Or whatever information he finds out first.
Yeah.
Then they can't get that out in the public.
That's right. Olivia's probably going to do it then.
Probably.
But I wanted to thank Tiio Horn for joining us here at our AfterBuzz TV podcast. She plays Destiny on the show. Me. Yeah. Thanks so much. And we hope to hear from you again soon.
Where can everyone follow you on Twitter?
Yeah, it's at my full name, at Gunyet Dio. Just Google Tiio Horn Twitter. It'll come up.
There you go.
Yes. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
All
Dio.
right, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, we love talking to you. And you're
enjoy
welcome.
the rest of the season.
Absolutely.
Make it last.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're going to make it last for 10 weeks.
If we can make it through the week without Marisa watching it all.
We'll see. Well, I can't promise anything, but thank you, Dio.
I'm sorry I sold you down the river.
Totally fine. But you know, we love having you as a guest, and you know, our first guest again.
Woo!
Look at that, we're setting the precedent.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye, Dio.
Okay, talk soon. Okay, bye.
So, man, that's our first show.
Love her. She's
let's
amazing.
let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. Where can we find everybody?
You can find me on all social media at Marielou Mandl.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Serafini TV.
And you guys can follow me at Sean Austino. That's SeanAustino on Twitter and Instagram. And be sure to watch out for my book coming on the iBookstore, City of Angels and Discontent. And that's going to be released sometime this fall or early winter. We'll see if my editor gets it back to me soon. Thanks so much, guys, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks to Dio.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.